Hey there. You have to excuse my attire. I just got back from mountain biking. But I was just sitting here eating my lunch, and I had this thought. My mom once told me, she said, Sean, think about all the things that people do with their time. Okay, think about how much time some of these guys go golfing. Think about how much time some of these women spend knitting or sewing or what have you, shopping. Think about how much time people spend on these triathlons and marathons and where they're devoting all this energy and all this time. And what if we could get them to just take that and basically devote a portion of that, a segment of that, to doing something that would actually serve them, serve their financial future, serve their family? You get the idea. Because some of these people don't realize how much time they devote to whatever it is that's robbing them of their time. For me, it made me think about, and this was several years ago, but it made me think about, what is that thing in my life that robs me of precious time? Because time is the most valuable asset that we have. It's the most priceless commodity that there is. And so I thought about it, and for me, it was sports, not playing sports. It was keeping track of the sports world. I always had Sports Center on. I always knew all the latest news. I always knew all the latest statistics. And it's not like I prided myself on it, but it was just like chewing gum. You know, they say chewing gum is like music. Listening to music, it just dulls the mind sometimes, and listening to music is like chewing gum for the brain. When you chew gum, you just pass time. So for me, it was sports. If ever I had a moment, I would check the news, the ESPN. I would constantly be updating myself on what was the latest stats and scores and all of this. And that's great. It's great to be able to talk sports with the guys, but not to the extent that I was interested in it. It was kind of like an addiction. And so I just did some math. I was just writing this down. If I only spent 30 minutes a day tuning into the sports news and the sports, all that stuff, which I don't anymore. But if I did, at 30 minutes a day, you would have over 10 years, 1,825 hours devoted to sports news for me. I don't know what your thing is. I did further math, and I was able to document that is the equivalent of, get this, 228 work days. If you consider an 8-hour work day, 228 work days over a decade watching the stinking sports news. And yet I wasn't doing it consciously. I wasn't doing it to, rob my family of that time or rob, in terms of me providing for my family. We got to get conscious about these things, though, because there's things that are robbing you of your time. It might even be social media. It might be just checking news feeds or Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. Where could that time be devoted that would serve your family? And that's what I'm all about. I'm all about, precious time. I want it to serve my family. I want it to serve my future. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.